has been for the last number of years, the beacon of freedom for the rest of the country. And I think you clap if you like it.
We see each other.
Thank you.
And I think if you've watched the convention, from Byron Donalds to Mike Waltz yesterday, and probably one of the people on the stage are Floridians, a lot of Floridians have been on stage. We have a special guest today. We're going to get to Byron, who needs no introduction, but we'll give him one later. But he is the man that you turn on Fox News and see almost every day, and his hair is always on point. I just want to tell you. See, that was important. And so we're excited, and I thank Byron for being here at this breakfast. I know he can do a lot of other things. He can be on Fox News right now, but he's here with us, so thank you for that. So I'm going to start with our special guest that we have today. When I started in politics, my first job was working for a young guy out of Miami. He was a majority leader, he was running for speaker. He became speaker, and now he is our senior U.S. senator. But he is a guy who is a leader on foreign policy.
Good to see you in this jacket. Thank you.
A great place to live. He stood and fought for Floridians. And I'm happy to call him a friend and a mentor, and our senator, Marco Rubio.
Yo! Woo! Woo woo! Yo! Yeah, Florida.
I came to listen to Byron speak. I didn't want to.
Wow.
And you guys are doing well, and he's going to do a great job. It's been a great week. Stop texting me. This RP, you guys getting all these texts from the RP website? The bus is ready in 20 minutes. Thank you guys. It's been a great convention. This is my 5th Republican convention, so I actually worked as a volunteer in '96. I actually told a story about '96. When I worked in '96, you'll think this is funny. I worked in '96, and
Right.
it was like Tuesday night of the convention. And our job was the floor. You don't live anywhere. What do you do with it? You know what we're voting for. So your job is to hand out the signs. And every night has a theme, right? Keep America. I don't know what it was back then. Keep America safe. Keep America strong. So I don't remember what the theme was. What I remember is we handed out Wednesday nights signs on Tuesday night. And so everybody's flipping out like, those are the wrong signs. We're gonna get the signs back. And I'm like, even at that age, I already figured out we ain't getting back 10,000 signs.
Yeah.
So, and of course, I think that's one of the reasons why Bob Dole lost in '96. But this, I mean, Florida's front and center. I had a chance to talk to the president about it yesterday, and saying, you know, look at Florida. Right? He said, look at Florida right there in the middle in the front. And I said, yeah, thank God you look at Florida over in New York delegation sitting right in the center in the front. So I think our state is featured prominently, not just at the convention in the life of our party, but in the country. Because so much has gone right in our state. And to me, the number one barometer of anything, like if it's good or not good, is do people go to, like, how do you know a restaurant's good? You know a restaurant's good because like it has people there, people waiting. How do you know a restaurant's no good? Because like nobody's there and it closes. And so they can say whatever they want about Florida and this and that and the other. The reason why we know Florida is a good place is because usually people do not move to places that are good. Right? You don't move to some, oh, I'm going to move there because I love it, it sucks. I really want to live in a bad place. People move to a place where life is good. And one of the reasons why life is good is, frankly, not because of politics per se, but because our politics understands that their job is not to run your life. Their job is to do more. Do things that are common sense, like have schools that teach kids, not indoctrinate them. Like if somebody commits a crime, you should arrest them, you know, and hopefully put them away for some period of time, as opposed to like, well, let's give them 7 chances before we let them go away before we do something about it. And I think these are the kinds of common sense things that Americans are asking for. It's not ideological, it's not even partisan, and it's one of the reasons why President Trump, in my opinion, has been so successful, because he speaks for that common sense. He speaks with that common sense. And it's become contagious, and it's grown our party in that direction, and it's attracted more people to us than we normally have been on our side. So it's also a very energetic party. It's a party that's full of a lot of energy and optimism and enthusiasm. And I generally don't feel bad for the Democratic Party, but I still don't. When I got one of these people, I'm a total mess. How many Brian Collins are there? You got four body doubles. He's not like a body double. You know, you're on the TV. He speaks at the convention, and like 2 minutes later, he's sitting next to the president, and then 2 minutes after that, he's on doing an interview. It's like, I can't do that. It's not possible. He's everywhere, but he's everywhere, and he's all over the country. He's a rock star. He goes to these rallies, not just in Florida, but all over the country. People are screaming out his name. You want to take a picture with him, and but honestly, because I think he brings a perspective, politics, and energy, and enthusiasm that's contagious, and that makes you want to be a part of it. And he's also fearless, guys, by the way. I've seen him do interviews with people that, like I don't even know. He's done interviews and shows I don't even watch. Because, I would get upset watching, the kind of shows I'm talking about. And he goes on there and he challenges and he pushes back, and that's important too. That's important too. We have to have people that are comfortable doing that. It's easy to do interviews with people or go on shows where they agree with you on stuff. But the ability to take our message, I don't want to use the term hostile, but certainly unfriendly territory, be it voters that have not traditionally been with us, or media outlets that lie about us, and be as effective as he's been, I think, it's been a huge asset to the party. It's going to be really positive for our future as well. But that's why I'm here to hear him speak. And I'm excited to see you guys, and I'm very proud of our state's position right now, and the role we are playing in national politics. And I get to stay in Florida too, by the way. That's awesome.
Go. Woo. Go. Woo woo. Go, go.
First of all, I can tell you that Senator Rubio, Marco, is correct. There are multiple of me. Officially, there are three. I'll just tell a couple stories. We're just having some fun. First of all, is everybody having a great time at this convention?
Yes. Woo.
So this is my second convention. The first one I went to was in Tampa, 2012. And at Tampa in 2012, I was a guest of a guest of somebody who was supposed to be at the convention. So I was able to be in for one night. I had the pass where you had like, this is your day pass. You shall not return tomorrow. This day, because I wasn't the guest of the guest the next night. And it was just surreal. I remember I was in a suite during that convention, and Karl Rove came running in. I can talk about the particulars of that, but he was just like, I gotta go get on Fox, and he came in, chugged 2 waters and left. And it was actually pretty interesting, just watching the whole thing. It was a surreal environment to be in. Of all the people who have been at multiple conventions, and I'm quite sure Marco can talk to this, what they've told me is they have not seen the level of energy and unity that has been at this convention. Let me tell a couple of quick personal stories. So about my hair, yes, I shave just about every morning. This is important. But the reason why I bring the fact of shaving is because this week I got to Milwaukee on a Sunday night, and I forgot to buy razor blades. Because I was supposed to be in the arena doing the prep on the prompter for your speech, and you got to do it typically the day before you speak, and my time was 8 o'clock. And I landed in Chicago at 6 o'clock. Got the rental car at 6:30. GPS said it's 1 hour and 22 minutes to get to the convention center, to get to Vice. I hadn't eaten all day. So I'm doing 100 down the interstate. It's okay, the police can't get me because it already happened, it's over. So I'm flying down the interstate, and so my team knows, if you're ever trying to get somewhere, just give me the keys. And watch out, we're gonna get there. And it's gonna be safe, trust me. We don't crash, but we're gonna get there. And so we're flying down the interstate, coming to Milwaukee, And I was like, my gosh, I'm so hungry. And I forget the name of the place, but it's one of those convenience areas. It's right off the interstate, so you have to pull all the way off and then find a place and then figure out the turns to get back on. So we just spur off, and it was a McDonald's, a KFC, and a Taco Bell.
Whoa.
The night before, I remember Taco Bell having an ad about their $7 box. And I remember I was sitting next to Eric, and I said, that $7 box is good. But I was saying, let me be healthy. I'll get the cantina box, the chicken cantina. It was awesome. We were in and out of there in about 4 minutes flat. The only reason why it was 4 minutes flat and not 2 minutes flat is because Erica got her Taco Bell, but she doesn't like Pepsi products, so she went to McDonald's to get a Diet Coke. Now you have a kinship with my wife, Erica Donalds. Erica Donalds, everybody. I get here, we do the preparation, cool, unpack the bags. You get here to the convention, and Marco will tell you, you get here to the convention, and it's throw your bags in the room, and then you just gotta go, and you really don't stop until it's time to sleep. You might eat, somebody might throw a banana at you on the run, but it's just non-stop motion. My chief of staff knew I needed razor blades, and she tried to stop in multiple places to get them, but they were all out of stock. Blame Joe Biden. This is what happens when you run a terrible economy. You can't even get razor blades. And she ordered them on Amazon. They were getting drop shipped to a place right outside the perimeter. So they arrived on Monday. But on Monday, we're running all around the convention, and I can't go get them. But because she's not a member of Congress, or she's not a part of the security detail, really, she can't get them. So my team goes out of the perimeter to go pick them up at the Amazon Dropbox. And we have a problem. How do you get the razor blades back in the perimeter so I can shave to go on stage? Because I gotta make sure I'm lined up before we go and speak to the national convention and to speak to the entire country of the United States. And this is when my friend, my bestie, also from the great state of Florida, Kat Kamek, comes into play.
Woo! Yo! Great catch.
Because Kat Kamek is staying at, well, I'm not going to tell y'all the hotel she's at. That would be rude. I'm not going to give away your information.
Oh, yep. Woo!
You were doing coffee and cocktails at 2 a.m. Oh, today at 2 p.m. with Kat Kamek, it is coffee and cocktails at the, here in the, in the Hyatt. 17th floor with Kat Kamek.
Wow.
Coffee and cocktails, depending on what you need. It's been an epic week, it's been a long week, but listen, you might need energy or you might need a libation. Kat Kamek will take care of it. And anyway, so Kat Kamek, and I'm not going to tell her how, I'll let her discuss how it happened in detail. But she was essentially my conduit to the razor blades. So she meets my team outside, she maneuvers the razor blades because she has the almighty congressional pin that will move you through most security checkpoints. She gets them in. My chief of staff's husband, Carlos, runs to her, gets them, and he's sprinting across the convention security perimeter to get them to my wife. I'm in the bathroom, she comes upstairs, the razor blades fly out of her hand, magically into mine, I pop them out, drop them in, and we're shaving. Yes, ma'am. We do take questions from the floor, yes, ma'am. To the gentle lady from the great state of Florida, I would say that, and I would say, number one, I know what a woman is.
Woo!
Number two, I am not an expert on female attire because I'm a man, and why would I be an expert on female attire? However, I have noticed that as a husband, a lot of times I'm holding things. All the husbands know what I'm talking about. Marco's just gonna keep quiet and eat his breakfast because he don't want to get in trouble. He's not gonna touch it. And that's why, Marco, I'll let you just enjoy it, baby. Enjoy the food. Don't touch this. I'm gonna take all this heat. So I get asked often to hold things. Do I really have to hold? Yes, you do. Yes, I will hold it. So I would say no. Women's dresses do not have pockets. You know what it is to smuggle contraband? Yes. But I did it for you. I appreciate you. She smuggled contraband for me. Now let me talk to the convention and I'm on original thing. We're gonna have a little fun. The reason why we're gonna have fun this morning is because outside of this convention where the energy has been epic, the Democrat Party is literally in shambles. They are in shambles. And it's their own fault. This is what you get when you are so fixated on a radical agenda that you have no care or concern about the actual quality of the individuals you choose to move forward to either represent your party or, and the whole reason behind all of this is to represent the people that we have all been entrusted to serve. Marco has been entrusted for a very long time in our state to serve the people of Florida, and Marco, we love you for that.
Yes. Woo!
First time I saw Marco Rubio, this was 2010, in the Bella Stella Hotel in Naples, Florida. And the pickup truck, yes, it did exist. It just pulled up, out comes this guy named Marco Rubio. And I'm in a luncheon, and everybody says, Marco Rubio's here, Marco Rubio's here. We love him, he's awesome. And I go, I don't know who he is, He goes in, and he starts talking. And I was like, I like this guy. I like him. And I will tell you, my friend, you have been a leader in our party, you've been a leader in our country from that luncheon in Naples and the entire time. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll tell you, as somebody that Marco talked about when he was volunteering, I'll tell you, I was an activist in the Tea Party. That's why I was actually in that room back in 2010. I was an activist. Old school. Yeah, I'm old school now. That's where the gray hairs are coming from in my beard. That and children. I was an activist in the Naples Tea Party, and I will tell you the transition from activist to legislator is a tough one. Because as an activist, and God bless all of you in this room, because we need your energy and we need your focus, because your focus keeps us accountable. When you're an activist, you can be 100% locked in on the issue that you are passionate about. You can be unyielding in that position. You can be unrelenting in that position. And quite frankly, you must be that way if you're going to be an activist. Because you are setting the tempo for how our politics will discuss and then potentially deal with that issue. I see Tiffany Justice over there, Moms for Liberty. How you doing, Tiffany? And to be an activist is really important in our entire framework, how this whole thing works. When you transition to be a legislator, my good friend over there, Joe Gruders, hey Joe, how you doing? Joe and I were suite mates in the Tower of No Power back in 2017 in the Florida House. We affectionately call it the Tower of No Power because if you're in that tower, you have no power. And that's just kind of how it is. And so when you transition to be a legislator, it's tough because you still have the mindset of an activist. You still have the passion for those issues. And now you have to try to merge that passion into something tangible that can actually be signed into law. And I'm gonna take it one step further. Signing it into law is not the end of it. That's the beginning of it. You then have to get it signed into law and then institutionalize that into the framework of your governing structure. This is what the Democrats have been doing for the last 90 years in our country. They have been piecemealing ways and then in just massive big chunks passing things. But the real thing that's been happening in the background is institutionalizing that at the federal level. In Florida, we have reversed that course because we were a blue state once upon a time. A lot of members in here former members I served with, members now in the legislature. Marco was a Speaker of the House at one time, and we've all seen that process where we passed pieces of legislation. We were excited when it hit the House floor, the Senate floor. You know, you got the messages to line up, a governor signed it. But in the background, it is institutionalizing all of that stuff into the framework that has made Florida the very best state in the country. I joked with Sarah Huckabee Sanders yesterday because her and Ron DeSantis were back-to-back on Hannity last night, and they're arguing with each other about who has the better state. And so Sarah Huckabee Sanders says, Ron, you know that Arkansas is #1. And Ron just kind of deadpan looked at her, and he was like, no, that's not right. And I just was standing behind her, and she walked up to me, and I was like, no, come on, Sarah. No, I love that book. But what was the line from Harry Potter? One mustn't tell lies. we love Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She's amazing, amazing governor. But why the Democrats are in disarray truly is because for 90 years, they have been institutionalizing their radical agenda in the federal bureaucracy, through the federal agencies. And when we have an opportunity as Republicans, as conservatives, as people who put the American people first to try to reverse course, they act like it's the end of the world. And the reason why they act like it's the end of the world, because if we start putting in our policies at the federal level, it truly is the end of their worldview, because like Marco said, their ideas suck. The reason why you now have Shifty Schiff and Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries and a bunch of Democrats now coming out publicly or behind the scenes pushing Joe Biden out is not because they're upset with the job that Joe Biden has done. They're very happy with the job that Joe Biden has done because he has been a vessel. I think Governor DeSantis called it the Weekend at Bernie's vessel. But he's been a vessel of pushing through their agenda. They're not upset with Joe Biden. They're upset that Joe Biden's lack of mental capabilities has exposed them as a party that does not care about the actual will of the people and actually electing a president who has the ability to do the job as president. What they're upset about is that they were exposed for lying to the American people, that they put their agenda, they put their party, and they put their power over the people of the United States of America. That is why they are upset, and that is why they're pushing Joe Biden. And so that's why you have, and I saw the clip the other night, where you have, I think it was Van Jones, was talking about when Amber Rose was speaking the other night. And he said that her speech Monday night was a major blow to the foundations of the Democrat Party. And everyday American speech that has happened on that convention floor has been a blow to the foundation of the Democrat Party. Because they have lied, they have gaslit, they have intimidated people into thinking that they are the only ones who care about the lot in the lives of the American people simply because they say it in a very succinct and bumper sticker way, with no facts, no detail, no history, that their policies actually work on behalf of the people. And so because they've been exposed by the frailties of Joe Biden and his lack of ability to do that job, and because the media has been exposed for not even carrying water, they have been exposed as being the propaganda machine we all know them to be. Now Joe Biden must go, and they're going to try to push somebody else on us. If you've been listening, and Mark, I think you said it last night. Was it last night? The days are running together.
Yeah, last night.
Two razors ago. You put it in the razors, I'll remember that. Thank you, Mark. Everybody's been saying it. It doesn't matter who their nominee is. It does not matter. Because their agenda will remain the same. Do you think the note card in Joe Biden's pocket is any different than what Elizabeth Warren says on a daily basis? Do you really think that Kamala Harris and Bernie Sanders are different in terms of where they want to take the United States of America? When she was in the Senate, she co-sponsored his crazy Green New Deal, Medicare for All. She co-sponsored that. She was a co-sponsor of the Green New Deal. She's been for that. Gavin Newsom, are you kidding me? Pat Riley's illegitimate son? You got that mental image right now, Marco. You got it. You got that one. That guy's the worst governor in the country. There is a reason why people are leaving California in droves. Because California is that restaurant that when it first opened up, they had really good pancakes. And everybody would go to golden pancakes, butter, and real syrup. Then it turned into that restaurant where the pancakes used to be that big, and they became that big. And they said that they were awesome pancakes because they were silver dollar pancakes. And you know, listen, I've been on my pre-convention diet, and I'm going to stay on it. So I am back to being 6'2", 275, and I'm going to stay here. But when you're 6'2", 275, the silver dollar pancakes don't do it for you. You need real pancakes. You need the good stuff. California used to be what we have made Florida. It used to be the state of opportunity in this country. It used to be. The Democrats destroyed that state. And it is the leadership of our chairman, Evan Powell. Evan, you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you.
Woo!
It is the leadership when he was state party chairman, both the first time and the second time, a good friend, Joe Brutus. Great seeing you again, Joe. The leadership of Chairman Blaise Goya, who's not with us this week, it is that collective leadership over time in our state that has made us the envy of the United States of America. And I will tell you, we're not going to stop anytime soon, because Evan's going to make sure we're a red state this November, we're a red state the next election, the election after that, and the election after that.
Yes. Woo!
You got to tell me when to rap, because I'm like in a groove now. I don't have prompters in front of me. Can I tell you the prompter thing? I don't like it. But you got to do the prompter, Mark. You don't like it either, right? So Monday night, I'm talking to Tucker. And Tucker goes, man, you were really good up there. I said, I hate the prompter. He goes, oh, I hate it too. I go, well, what are you going to do? He goes, oh, I'm not using it. I said, Tucker, they said everybody's got to use the prompter. He's like, I'm not using it. I was like, well, I guess I'm not Tucker Carlson. You can just do whatever you want. It's the Tucker show. A lot of times it's the Tucker show. But our state is an exceptional state. And when I travel, I know when Kat travels, when Marco travels, and we go to other states, first of all, we just drive around the roads in some of these other states. You're like, what are they doing with all the money they're taxing people with? Yes. They keep talking about infrastructure, but these states are awful. Have you driven on roads in blue states? My goodness. I feel on some of these mountain sides, I feel like I'm gonna go off the side of the cliff. It's like I'm in Central America or something. Like I thought you guys are taxing the heck out of these citizens. You can't even fix the roads. My sister lives in Los Angeles, and I was out there a couple of years ago, and she was telling me about Los Angeles. And she was like, I don't know what they're doing with all my money. They keep taking it, but nothing ever changes. And I looked at her, and in families, sometimes it's tough to talk politics. And so I talk enough, so when I see my family, I don't talk politics. But I had to take this opportunity to tell her, I was like, sis, you're complaining a lot. It could be how you're voting. Shut up, Byron, I don't want to talk about this issue. Anyway, I just want to tell you, man, it's really an honor and a pleasure to be here with you guys. We truly are an awesome state of Florida. I just want to have a little bit of fun this morning because we've defined the issues in this campaign. So there's no need for us to come up here and define issues. We've defined them. Donald Trump, and this is a cool shirt, by the way. This is cool. talked to him over the last couple of days, his resolve, his energy level is unrivaled. If you thought it was big before, it's bigger now. But I think, the events of Saturday have him in a much more, I think, a contemplative state, where this is not just about a campaign in a presidential cycle. And in a lot of respects, it's about making America great again. But I think it's even bigger than that. I think for him, this is now the fact that I was touched by God and saved by grace. And now there is a mission bigger than him to use this mantle to save the greatest republic man has ever known.
Yes.
And so for the next 4 months, I'm gonna be on that ride with him. So is Marco, so is Kat, so are all of you, because with all this energy we're building up here in Milwaukee, we know you're gonna hit the ground running. The calls are being made, the doors are being knocked, the GOTV effort is gonna happen. And hey, Evan, that voter registration drive, that thing's picking up. We're going north of 1 million.
Yes.
We're going north of 1 million. The registration advantage in Florida. And last but not least, nothing will please me more than to see our former Commissioner of Agriculture, Miss Freed, your bestie, just have a nice, quiet sob next to Joy Reid and Rachel Maddow. God bless you guys. Thank you for all you do for this.
Woo. Thank you. Yeah.
Cat was going to have violence against me for me to get to 1 million. So I'm going to tell you that Byron Donalds, if this politics thing doesn't work out, he can be an inspirational speaker, because I become chairman in January, and I see Byron shortly thereafter, and he gives me these inspiring words: "Do not screw this up." And I can tell you that those words have rung in my head as we're planning this convention. It's like, don't screw up the convention, Byron's going to be there. So I think we've done a good job. I am thankful. I want to do a couple things before we do our housekeeping items. But I want to thank the team here, the RPOF team that put on this convention. I think we've had the best convention experience. Could not control that a bus driver got sick yesterday, but we rallied quickly. That's a big hiccup. But when you see any member of our team, please thank them for the work. It's taken hours and hours of work to get here, and they're on as little sleep as we are, and they still performed excellently, so I thank that. And the little guy is really happy right now.
Yeah.
Come up here a second, because he needs to see the whole crowd real quick. So I'll tell you this story. Everyone tells me he's so happy and so great all the time. It's only when he's in public, because he likes the people. He's going to be really happy now because he can see all the people. Yeah. But when he's at home, he's like, okay, I riot because you didn't give me the people. But it's okay. On that, so the housekeeping items we have, when we leave here, there is a lunch at Discovery across town, so you gotta get on a bus once again with Ashley Moody. Then we'll come back, then we're gonna have cocktails and coffee, or coffee and cocktails. Caffeine, okay. Caffeine, coffee, cocktails, whatever floats your boat, right? From 2 to 4 on the 17th floor. I'm not giving the room away with the cameras and stuff. But please join her for that. And then this evening we'll obviously go to the convention hall. But thank you all for everything that you've done. Oh, and tonight, I'm sorry, I wanted to go to sleep, but no. When you leave the Pfizer, there's that plaza. If you go to the other side of the plaza, there's this 2-story building called the New Fashion. We're gonna have a victory party. There's gonna be like 5 states there. There's gonna be all kinds of people. But we're gonna have a good time at that. And then the last thing is we talked about the shirt. I've never been an infomercial guy, but if you go to Florida.gov
Wow.
and you click on shop, you could own your own very own coffee.
Right, yeah.
Look at that. With that, everybody have a great day. Let's win.
Woo! Ok, thôi thank you cả nhà nhé. Sáng nay thì ngồi với mọi người tại sảnh hôm nay nghe speaker của mấy người dân biểu tại Florida. Ok quý vị, và đây là tất cả những người của Florida đến dự cho cái campaign ngày hôm nay đây quý vị. Ok, một lần nữa mình Võ xin tạm biệt quý vị nha.
Quay em chào cái người này.
Hả?
Hay là hai cá đi, lâu quá. Hai cá.
Đây là một người mà manager cho ông thống đốc bang của tiểu bang Florida, Governor của tiểu bang Florida trước đây quý vị.
I like how your partner waters, Vicky. Yeah.
Hả? Thôi, ok. Thôi tất cả mọi người đang còn ngồi nói chuyện với nhau ở đây nhé. Bây giờ mình Võ xin tạm biệt. Mình phải đi qua một cái bucket nữa bên kia để mà chuẩn bị cho chiều hôm nay sẽ vô dự một buổi là chính thức của Tổng thống Trump và DJ Van phải phát biểu chiều hôm nay nghe quý vị. Một lần nữa mình Võ xin tạm biệt. How are you doing? Long time no see. Yeah, it's busy, right? Yes. How going? Everything good?
Everything's fantastic.
So good.
No, they're gathering everybody up. I don't know if they're
All
ready
right.
for it.
Vừa rồi là mình đã nói chuyện. Em uống cà phê không? Ok. Không ăn hả? Cái sữa hết rồi. Ok. Ok. Thì bây giờ cái buổi mà ăn sáng và phát biểu nói chuyện tại cái Florida của những người trong tiểu bang Florida quý vị, Republican of Florida đó quý vị, vừa rồi mới nói chuyện ra xong. Thì bây giờ chúng mình sẽ đi qua bên chỗ khác nữa, nhiều lắm, nhiều nơi lắm. Hi Tom, how are you? Yeah.
I wanna nói xíu.
Ok, thank you. Ok, tạm chia tay quý vị ở đây nha. Xin tạm biệt, bye bye quý vị.